Hey guys, welcome into tonight's live. Welcome to the show. Welcome in, welcome in. I did something with my StreamYard, so if the intro is different or it's longer next time we go live, let me know. It's a new feature, and I'm using what the features that they give me. I'm using them all right now because they're crazy. So, anyways, welcome to the show. If you're new to the channel, my name's Tanya or TitaniumBuilt. We do talk true crime daily. So, if that's something that you're into, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be alerted to any new content, and let us know in the chat where you're from. We'd love to know. Everybody that's here, that's been here before, welcome on back. It's good to see everybody. And if I am streaming over on the Unfiltered channel, so if you're over there and you want to chat with everybody, in the larger group, come over to TitaniumBuilt, and we'll chit chat over there. Or if not, I'll chit chat with you one-on-one over there on the other channel. So whatever you guys want to do. But welcome in, everybody. We had some people in here tonight. It's good to see everybody. Hey, Catherine. Hey, True Crime Lullabies. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Mary Beth. Mother Teresa. Welcome in, everyone. I won't say everyone's name, but hey, Jean. Hey, Ashley. How you doing? And right there, just answer me. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ashley, that you're going through that. I was thanking my lucky stars earlier, actually. I was cleaning off my balcony, and there was like leaves and stuff, just a lot of leaves and stuff from the wind, because we had a lot of like heavy winds here. I'm in Ohio, so that's all we have. It was some rain and some heavy winds, but I was just like this. I was so thankful that that's all I was doing. I was like, this is all I have to do. I was thinking of you, Ashley. I really was. I really was. I was like, man. Hey, Shauna. Hey, Aries York. Hey, JC. Welcome in. Menville gal. Kai and Catherine's here with the C. Welcome in, Lenora. It's good to see everybody. Hey, Casey. It's good to see everybody. Hey, Swifty. Your nephew's looking to move to Ohio? Any lake recommendations? Oh, lake. If he likes small towns, Lake White was nice. I remember going there when I was younger. And they have like real pretty lake houses, like some really pretty ones. But they also have some that are, just regular kind of like homes, and I think it's a cute little area. And then they have like Lake White, like country club or something right there. If they still have it, that'd be the spot. That's where I would like to move. Like if I was like, I don't know, if I was older, maybe a little bit older, because I don't know. I'm 38. I would probably live there now. Actually, I would. I like the lake. I like to look at them. I don't really like to get in them too much. I'm like my mom. I like to see the bottom of everything that I'm swimming in. But again, welcome in. We're going to go ahead and get into it. I've got a couple we have so many things to talk about. I feel like there's just craziness going on in true crime, really just involving the Sebastian Rogers case. I mean, it's been hell over there. So we'll go over that. We have a ton of people going to court, going on trial. Everybody's in trouble, it seems like, and everybody is going to court at the same time. So I thought, why not try to get all the dates down for you guys, and then we'll know when to kind of be here. Don't worry about me. My hair's a mess and everything tonight. So I was just like, I'm pulling it up. There is too much craziness going on. And I was keeping my peace. I was just over here. But some of the stuff, I'm just like, whoa, you got to say, I don't know what Dog the Bounty Hunter, like, I'm not saying allegedly. What are you doing, dude? Like, are you doing something? Are you taking something? Is it like a vitamin? You think it's a vitamin that they're giving you something different? Don't take anything they give you, dog, because you act completely different than you used to. Oh, yeah, Catherine. That would have been Michelle. She went off on Michelle After Dark, or Michelle Walks. She has 2 channels. I like her channel. I watched the video today that Betty wasn't even in the video. Betty wasn't even in the video. She had a meltdown. I know. She did. I was listening into Queen Bee when I was cleaning, and I'm just like, what? I think I even said something in the chat like halfway through the live. I'm like, I'm listening in, but blah. I'm so confused with what he posts. Yeah, actually, we'll go over. We'll go to there. We'll go to dog. We'll go to dog's channel or Twitter. If you don't have Twitter, you need to get it just for dog. I mean, and dog and Nick the Hat. Those two put out the most, and that Lesniak, the lawyer. Those three. Are they on the same case? I don't think they are. I think they're working for Sean and they're looking for Nicholas, but that's just me. And then they keep bringing, I don't know, they just keep dropping Sebastian's name. But when, they really need to tell us who they're working for, they don't know his name or, looking for. So this is Dog. Oh, Dog. Man, I can't get over like how much he's changed. My dad used to love Dog. I remember my dad loved him. My dad went to the hospital for 2 days for some broken ribs. My dad never watched TV other than football and NASCAR, and he found Dog. And that they were like the best of friends after that. My dad watched him all the time. But he put on here, I don't know what this means, but 4 hours ago, he put monkey see, monkey do. Are you pulling a Brian Laundrie? I see you. I don't know who he's talking about. Pulling a Brian Laundrie? Eluding the police after you murdered your girlfriend? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, what does that case have to do with anything? I can't even think of a case that's like it right now. Even if it wasn't Sebastian's case, like if he's talking about a completely different case and, altogether. But look at this. Roses are red, violets are blue. Dog is in town and he's after the truth. That don't even make no damn sense. And why are you putting a picture of Dog on there from 20 years ago? This ain't the same dog. This is 50-year-old Dog. Dog is 71. Looks like the dog is going hunting again. Oh my gosh. Thank you, cat. Look at the cat. Oh man. It says everyone wants to verbally degrade family. Yeah, let's all think about it. Cases of corn and possible trafficking. How many involved at some point? Nah. No. Use your common sense a little bit. I mean, to me, I would think having somebody with like a chromosome deletion syndrome, right? And being autistic, I would think that they wouldn't be as, and I'm not saying this to be mean, but like worth as high amount as somebody maybe that wasn't. Do you think that like when you're trafficking, because isn't it easier? Or would it be easier if they are autistic? I don't know. They might be more inclined to go with people. But I don't know. I just don't see like traffickers being like, yeah, we're going to get that kid right there. Like, you do too, Aries? So you just can't, like, I don't really know a lot about it. I just know that he couldn't hit his head and stuff like that. He had like, Good thing I don't have that. I've hit my head way too many times. And you can tell. But I didn't know, like, or if, let's say like somebody poor compared to somebody rich, maybe somebody that, I don't know, is richer would be like worth more on the market. I don't know. You've had a lot of surgeries. Is that what it is? Oh, Aries, I'm sorry. He might be being taken advantage of, Casey. It feels like almost like he's being fed what to say, and then like he forgets it because he says like the opposite. It was like they told him everything that Seth has been doing, but instead of them putting Seth in there, they put Katie and Chris in there. Like, and I'm not trying to stick up for Katie and Chris or anything. I'm just saying like it's literally the truth. Literally. It's literally the truth. Hey Chris, Aries, he's in the chat. Oh, you're having hand surgery on Tuesday. Man, you guys are all you champions, man, champions. I'm glad I don't have any surgeries upcoming, but I do see my doctor next month or this month. So I mean, it's possible. I'll probably have one by the end of the month. Oh my gosh, who made this? Who made this? I'm like, there's Sebastian on there. I thought, don't put Sebastian on there. That would have been funny if Sebastian wasn't on there, but they got Betty, Dog, Justin for All, and then Steve, SF Investigates. Oh my gosh. People are not right on the internet. I'll tell you that. I didn't know that had Sebastian in it. Though. Don't put Sebastian in it. He should be the one that you guys are going to save. What the heck is this? This popped up on my Facebook memories today. Aloha, Brian Laundry. All from Dog. Oh. Yeah. So then he posted something from Jennifer Coffenhofer, and it says, this is something he reposted. And it talks about Seth Rogers and Seth Rogers. And then this post, this is the one I really don't get. Does Summer Wells' father, Don Wells, have a familial relationship with Sebastian's mother? If you have any information, don't call him. Why would you contact Dog the Bounty Hunter? What is that? I wonder what that hotline says when you call it. Is it like automated, I wonder? Like, hello, this is Dog the Bounty Hunter. Don't you make me star 6 7 some numbers. I'm wondering, has anyone called it? Does Nick the Hat have one? Oh, this is a wait. What? No, it's 1833. Tell Dog. Don't you make me, Dog. She should pick. I would say Nick the Hat should float right up here. We'll go over to his page, see what he's up to. George. I'm probably saying that wrong. Syndrome. Oh, I'm gonna write that down, Aries. I want to know more about that. Because if I knew more about that, then I know more about you. Yeah, I want to know more about that. So I don't know a whole lot about brain injuries or anything to do with like the heart. And it's because I didn't hurt those parts. You know what I mean? Like when I got my car accident, I hurt like certain areas. So I know certain areas really well, but wow. No way, Chris, he did. He called it. Oh my gosh. I wonder how long the video is. Oh my. Of course he did. Of course he did. Of course he called it. His whole channel is growing pretty good. Don B called the police on him. Oh my gosh. I think that it was probably on his live. I'll have to go through that and find that for you guys and play it though, because I'm sure it's funny. I'm sure it is funny. I mean, man, he called Dog a tragedy pin. That's so funny. I wonder what Dog thinks. They probably don't give those emails or those they don't forward those messages to Dog. I mean, really, what's he going to do? Really, what? He's 70. He's 71. And he's been trying to run criminals his whole life, right? His legs, his knees, I mean, they got to be like, right? Pretty used up. Like, I mean, he really used his legs throughout his life. He wasn't like the normal person walking around. He was running. So I personally think that he couldn't outrun me, and I've got metal in both legs and my foot, and I can't really run, but I think I can outrun Dog. And that's a challenge, Dog. I challenge you, Dog, to a race. Yep. Don't have to go all the way around the track because I can't do that. Just do a few meters there. But I'll beat you. So he does have this pinned, because he has to have the tape on his mouth like a crazy person. And I don't know what the monkey see monkey do. That's y'all over there. I mean, I don't know. But I love this post right here because nobody knows this person. I mean, Nick wants to be relevant so bad. It's like embarrassing to watch it, It really is. As an outsider, just watching it, it's embarrassing. Thanks, Swifty. I mean, it says, yes, we've enlisted Bob's expertise. Let's see anyone try to dox him. And the only person that's doxed anybody on this platform has been Nick. He's done it to a few different people right up on his timeline. I wonder if they're still on there or if he deleted those tweets. But are you kidding me? Are you for real? I've not seen not one person that is been talking about this case that is over more favorable for Chris and Katie. I have never heard any of them dox somebody. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I may be wrong, but I haven't heard anybody dox anyone over there. Only place I've seen it is Nick with Clue. I think Jay's for Justice. Queen. He think he did to a subscriber too. JC, well, you didn't know, you know what I mean? Yeah, there was an escape convict. You wanted to watch it. It was exciting. I didn't follow it on the channel, which I could have, but at that time, and I still really try not to, but at the time I didn't play like other people's content. Like if it, other than like if it was a news article or something, I always felt weird, like streaming someone else's live or something. And especially if they were live, like that's sniping. I wouldn't do that. But a lot of channels were doing that and they got really big off that case. Really big. It was crazy. Oh, you did? Just to clarify, I wasn't sure. I didn't hear you up there. I was probably in the kitchen at that time, folding laundry. I was doing all kinds of stuff. I was running around like a crazy lady today. That's why my hair's all up. I'm just like, But says, and we're not talking about Bob the Builder here. Okay, well, that's good because he's a cartoon, fictional, character. Okay, let's engage in a game of Clue. See where he went there? Oh, I see that. Who is Bob? Who is this Bob? He constructs arguments, not just structures. Why are people like that? If you have a problem with somebody or you got something to say, say it with your whole chest. Say their name. We're adults. We're adults. Like, right? I think everybody in here should be over 18, right? So if you can't just be like, hey, I got a problem with you, and send me a cease and desist or something. I don't know. That's just crazy. We know that you're insinuating things. Let's see if he has any good comments. No one cares. It's funny how people were out searching this weekend and past weeks, and no threats or messing with cars. Where all those police reports, if someone is being threatened, they'd be long in jail. Yeah, they would. I told y'all I didn't believe that from the first time that someone said they got their tires slashed. I said, no, they didn't. And people probably thought I was crazy. People probably still think I'm crazy. I was staying on it. No one was threatened. No one was threatened. They all want clout. They all wanted something at the time that people are just wrong. Cease and desist is a joke, right? Oh, I shouldn't say that. Sorry, I was reading the chat. Yeah, Nick, he's something else, Clue hasn't even hardly been on the internet. She's unlike some others, is actually out there searching. Let's see y'all's proof searching. Oh, yeah, searches allegedly, yeah. No one cares about your threats. Do you think that being a bully is the correct way to get things done? I don't see it as helpful in any way. Allegedly, in my opinion. And why is it y'all don't have to say allegedly, in my opinion, after your statements? I won't say it. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is 5 hours ago. Oh, wait, I want to go back. I wanted to see what else he had on here. Oh yeah, this is a nice one too. Like he owns at this at night company, and I love how he talks about it like he doesn't own it. Like, I don't know. At night, we have established a team to focus on doxing issues as they pertain to the search for Sebastian Rogers. Who's been doxed over there? Dog is a public figure. Your name's out there. You got a criminal record, and you type in your name and it comes up on Google. You don't have to search for it. You've got, who else do we have over there that has a criminal record? There's more. I can't think in my head right now. But everybody that's been over there working that case on that side, it seems like has like some sort of criminal record. Except for Chloe. Victims are requested to email us at doxxing@night.agency for a legal review. I think Queen Bee should do it. I think she's. I most certainly think that whoever's been doxxed by Nick should write doxxing@night.agency and say, I have been doxxed. Say the date and say, it was on your Twitter. It was on Nick the Hat's Twitter. That way everyone knows. And then send a copy of that to his lawyer. That way his lawyer knows. Because I don't think these guys are speaking. I think that Nick is just maybe manipulative and people believe him. I don't believe that word he says. I can tell by looking at him. He's a freaking liar. I don't know. Looks like a liar. Smells like a liar. Is a liar. You're a liar. I'm not going to say sorry. That's not allegedly. That's the truth. I mean, he's misinformed everybody. I would say I wouldn't call you a liar, but I do because you were even caught like fibbing, So I can't wait to watch them explain themselves in front of a judge. What judge? You're in Pennsylvania. You can't leave the state. They got away with it for 7 months. But that ends with us. Legal fees, they've got no idea. A word to the wise, don't spend all of your money on a civil lawyer because, well, they don't help with bail. Who's going to jail other than Betty? Because the only person with a court hearing in this whole Sebastian Rogers case, right? This whole friggin' case, that's not even a friggin' case, is Bullhorn Betty. She is the only person that is going into a courtroom because she has charges against her from this case. That's not even a case. How does that even work? How did we get here? How did we get here? Because I remember us talking about this on March the 3rd, the night before the parents' interview, right whenever it came out. Trevor Lee, right when I saw it. I talked to you guys about it that night. We covered it the next day. I don't know how we got here. That's just me. Damn. It's like this person feeds a little to this person feeds a little to this person, then someone new comes in and they feed some new information up, and then it's like a review of a review of a review of a review of a review. And people be watching it. I can't say they're not. I can't say they're not. I guess if you can get away with just literally doing this and walking away, I do too. Shit. What do you do? Best believe that. Let's see if he has those on here from the doxing he did. I don't want to show the docs, but I remember he had them on his Twitter. I don't know who it was, though. I can't remember. Nick the Hat, you better stay away from the Ellen Greenberg case. Oh, wow. Light YouTube up in green. I bet you don't even have a green light bulb in your whole damn house, buddy. Wish I could find that. I don't know. It's been a little while, probably. I might even miss it, but yeah, because he's got so many. He posts a lot, it looks like a lot of repost. But he did put it on here. I bet you he deleted it because, he'd be kind of stupid not to, right? So what's this? His licenses. So is this considered? I wonder if this is considered a dox. Huh. It's probably the wrong Steve. Because he had they've been having him wrong. They tried to say he was a whole other person. He's like, you're not even spelling my name right. Like, these people can't even spell people's names right. Like, what is going, like, that's dumb. I'm sorry, but that's ignorant. Like, write it down. Right? Steve Fisher. It's not really hard, right? It's not hard. I wouldn't think. I don't see it on here, but I bet you it's like further back. I don't want to like keep scrolling. I feel bad making you guys like see me scroll. I hate when people like just scroll. But I know that he did do something. So he is in support of some really crazy channels too, very one-sided, even though they say they're not. Oh yeah, it was like way past this, wasn't it? Wait, what's this? Posting a public docket after an arrest does not inherently constitute doxing. See, look at this. Like they have to they're the ones that have to address doxing. Posting a public docket after an arrest does not inherently constitute doxing if only the information directly from the docket, name, charges, perhaps location of arrest is shared. I can not even read the rest of that. Like, you guys look at this. Is this it? Yeah, this is it right here. I'm just going to go past it. It was, I remember who it was now. Okay. It wasn't any of the people I named. But, yeah. It was Granny. Yeah. You have like no right. I mean, that's like the charges that she has are, to me, in my humble opinion, at 39 years old almost, they were years ago. I mean, that could be a whole other 7 years is like a lifetime. That's like a whole lifetime ago. Okay. And it was nothing. Like, he makes it sound like the YouTubers are out unaliving people and shit. I mean, really, like the way he talks about people. So he has this on his page, and I don't want everyone to see it, but I want to take a screenshot of it. How do I do it? None. I did it. Okay. That way she has that if Jess needs it or something, if he like tries to delete it. Because so you publicly, Nip, do you see yourself? Like, when you wake up in the morning, do you really think, I want to know what goes on in that head. First thing in the morning, I want to know. I want to know throughout the whole day. I want to know at night. I want to know the whole thing. I just really want to be in his head because I don't know how you think of the shit you think of. You say, we're against doxing. We want you to call this phone number if that's happened to you. And then you're publicly doxing people. Jess doesn't go under her name. She goes under Granny's watching. I never knew her last name. I didn't need to know her last name. I didn't need to know anything. Like that's, but apparently he thought everyone needed to. I don't know why he does this. That's what someone else said. SG, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to look at his live and go over that. That's pretty funny. That's really funny. But yeah, he did do that. So he, okay, where's this stupid lawyer at? Where's that post? Let's go see what he's doing. And then we'll move on to our cases. We have so many cases going to trial, y'all. Like everybody's in trouble. Except for us. We're not in trouble. Okay. I probably passed it. Where's that Lisniak guy at? Come on, son of a gun. I really wish they find Sebastian. Oh, it's because I need to go. Do I need to go back? There it is. September 12th. Okay, so 8 hours ago. Here we go. Look at this. Update. Oh yeah, I comment under this one. Yeah, I'm trying to get banned or something. No, I'm not. I'm really not trying to get blocked. I just have questions. So, and welcome in everybody. Welcome in, guys. It's good to see everybody. Thank you guys for being here. If you guys don't mind, taking a second, hit the like button. Let's get this out in the algorithm, all those things. If you'd like to become a member of our channel, I forgot to say it in the beginning of the live. I usually just say it and get it over with, but I will put the link in the chat. We'd love to have you become part of our family here. So let's read this update. That's not an update. It's not an update on Sebastian Rogers. This morning, our clients encountered additional impediments caused by online trolls who have escalated their interference to the federal level. What? Who? How? Where? Can anybody tell me? I want to know who they're talking about, you know? Our team have some insight into where these disruptions are originating from. There's no disruptions. I could tell you where the people are that you don't like, though. Because anybody that doesn't think that Chris and Katie had anything to do with Sebastian's disappearance, if they think that way, they're out of the club. That's with the creators. That's with Nick. That's with Dog. If you go into somebody's chat and they are a diehard Chris and Katie did this chat, and you ask any kind of question, no matter if it's in a respectful way or not, you could say it any kind of way, they will just block you, boot you, see ya. And you're just like, oh, damn, you know? So I want to know who's doing all this crazy stuff. It has come to our attention that an individual falsely reported to authorities that several searchers associated with At Night, you don't have any employees at Night because you can't afford to pay anybody there, Nick the Hat. Associated with At Night and Dog the Bounty Hunter were brandishing TBI badges and entering homes unlawfully. Get that out of here. Nobody did that. Nobody did that. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. That's called common sense. That's common sense. Nobody did that. No one. A TBI badge. Get out of here. Our clients received a call from a U.S. government agency seeking clarification on these allegations, which were quickly debunked during the call as the team was en route to Tennessee. No, they're not. Nick the Hat is in Pennsylvania, you weirdo. He cannot leave the state. What do you mean he's en route to Tennessee? Okay. So they'll be there. Okay. The team will proceed to Tennessee, and no updates will be provided except to law enforcement. Oh, yeah. Okay. Until At Night releases their initial findings report in the coming weeks. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. They got to make this stuff up real quick. You know, they're going to be out there searching in Pennsylvania woods somewhere saying they're in Tennessee. Don't lie to us. I want you to drop your pen. So they're going to still proceed to Tennessee. Wow. So they should be in Tennessee by now, I would say. So where are you? Where's your little tweets at saying you're in Tennessee? Where's your pictures with Seth? All the things. All the things. Report doxing. I did write something. I said, this is not an update on Sebastian. This is an update on your client's continued drama. And I stand on what I said. And I didn't need to say his client's name because he knows who I'm talking about, along with everybody else on here too. These people don't deserve any more warnings. They are putting others' lives in danger. Ghetto chick, who are we talking about? Where do you watch your content? Where are you? Who are you from? Like, I pray your efforts lead to a precedent-setting case that will help people all over the U.S. and create some landmark legislation. They can't even get the facts right. What do you mean? You got to know the facts of the case. There are creators that are on this platform that do not even know the basic facts of this case, and they have been on this case since day one. It is an insanity to me. Insanity. I would be ashamed. I'd be so embarrassed, actually. I'd just be embarrassed, you know? I'd be so embarrassed. If I didn't know, like, if I was working a case for 250 days, whatever it's been, 200 some days, and, you know, you didn't know, like, little thing? I don't know. Okay. So, got lots to show you. Yeah, more private secret searches. Right? I know. What the heck? Like, what are they taking down there? I mean, how are they thinking of this stuff? How did they think of this stuff? I want to know. Like, I want to know how they think of it. Like, how does he wake up in the morning and just like, what is the craziest thing I could come up with today to, like, you know, upset people? Okay, I'm gonna change the picture. I don't want to scare you guys. I'm putting Sarah Boone up here. Just didn't want to like flash her and you guys be like, oh my gosh, what the heck? But I'm gonna try to put up a picture of everybody that we kind of go over. So and it's just gonna be, I'm just gonna go over court dates with you guys as we chit chat. Oh, Mike, it's definitely to yeah, for his podcast. Because he and his book, he plugs it in any chance he gets. Like, you can't get this child's name right, but you got that book name right. You know what I mean? Just reading the chat a little bit. Okay. So we're gonna talk about Sarah Boone. She is going on trial. The judge said he's ready. The judge is ready. She's going on trial October the 7th at 9 a.m. And I pulled up everybody's everybody's arrest sheet. I've never pulled this up for Sarah Boone before. And y'all, there is so much stuff on here. Why didn't I do this before? I could have saved myself so much time looking up documents the hard way. Because they're all right here. They're all right here. The latest one was the motion to suppress. They're trying to suppress before the trial. They're trying to get the interview, the interrogation suppressed. And so that way the jury doesn't see that. Because they're trying to say that either in the vehicle and or at the police station, she wasn't read her Miranda rights all the way through. Like, I read through this documents today. I think we'll do a whole live over it because I want to listen to the interview again to see exactly what they say, and I want to match it up with what he's saying because he has like a transcript. I want to see if it really matches. But they're trying to get the confession kind of thrown out. So if that gets thrown out, that could be pretty big for Sarah Boone. I mean, they still have the video. I don't know how she would get around that. I don't know how she's going to get around the video. I mean, she's literally saying, that's my name. Don't wear it out. That's what you do when you cheat on me. Like, I mean, we've all seen the video. So she's going on trial. She does have a hearing motion, though. You are right about that. Mary Beth, you said 10-2 hearing. Yeah, they do. So they're going to have a hearing before the trial. I think it's the last one of those like little last hearings, like speak now, forever hold your peace, like whatever it is. Are you bringing in any more evidence and all that kind of stuff? So, hey, Honey Edler, welcome in. She'd be a good lawyer. She talked like I had suitcase husband said Swifty. I'm going to get in the suitcase. I need to do that. I think it's like right out at the door too. Like I can grab it. I'm afraid everything will come out of the storage with it. But I want to get in. I want to get in there and see. But I heard, oh my gosh. So tell me if you guys heard this. I've heard from 2 different people now that posted comments, and you guys said that he was 5'2" and only weighed 102 pounds at his death. Has anyone else heard that? Because he does look small. I mean, he does look extremely tiny. So I would believe it. But I heard that and I was like, oh my gosh. Right, Turtle Madness? I'm gonna go over that too. Yeah. We did a whole Leilani live last night. We need to go back through the crazy part though. We touched on the craziness that was going on, but we didn't really get deep into the craziness. I need to find them videos. I bet you Heels in the Air has them. I bet you she has them still. Because I know she was posted during that time. But everything that if you ever like, I should put this on the. I don't think anything's like personal. This is so big though. This link, but this is the Orange County clerk. So if you go to Orange County clerk's office, it takes you like right to here, and then you just type her name in. But let's see, what's this down here? Go down. Okay, so yep, 10-2. She has a motion, 12th floor, and then she has 2 at 3 o'clock. So I don't know what exactly they are, if they're the same motion or 2 different motions. And then the trial starts 10-7. Yeah, he said it. He's like, we're not. we're not delaying, we're not stalling, like we're doing this thing. So, and it looks like they're going to have cameras in there. So we will most likely be streaming Sarah's trial, because out of everybody that's going on trial, I don't think anyone goes with her right at the moment. There are a couple people that do, but there's no cameras in there. So we can always do updates, like I could do pre-recorded updates or whatever we do, we figure it out around here. That's what we do. We figure it out. So Sarah Boone, 10/7, mark it on your calendars if you got them out. Make sure, get your calendar out if you want, because I got all kinds of dates for you. 9 a.m. Now, personally, I don't know about her lawyer. I don't know. But she seems confident in him. And he's going, okay, I read this. He is going to buy her clothes. So, okay, I knew this wasn't going to work. I should have said something. I should have said something when they said this. When she went into court and they were talking about getting her clothing, street clothing to wear, the judge said something along the lines of, we have like a donation box. I think we'll have something that's her size in there. My brain was like, oh, hell no. Sarah Boone is not going to wear someone's used clothing. Like, she ain't going to do it. And that's what I was thinking. But I didn't say anything. So I was like, no, that's kind of rude. Don't say that. But that's what it is. He was going to go to the jail to take her measurements. When was the last time you were measured for any of your clothes? I want to be measured. And someone go buy my stuff and make sure it fits all nice. What the heck? Sarah Boone? You unalived your boyfriend. Put him in he was in the suitcase. I just want to know how he got in there. Just tell us. Maybe they'll cut her a deal. If I tell you how he got in, let me out before the end of my life. I don't know. She probably should have taken a deal a long time ago. She's already been in there 4 years. Oh, dagnabbit, the same out. Oh, Richard Allen, I got him too. He's third on my list. Jury selection 14th through the 16th. And then it starts on my birthday, his trial, the October 17th. I thought that was kind of funny. And then we'll do Leilani Simon. Let me put a picture of her. Sometimes people forget the people's names, but like if they see the face, they're like, oh my gosh, I remember that case. Well, let's do this one because she looks like crap. This is her when she's in jail. Look at her ship. Yeah, Leilani. Look at that baby. Precious. Gosh. This case tore me up. Tore me up. I tell you. I didn't know that I didn't know what YouTube did, but back then, I didn't realize it was like a circus. Nothing surprises me anymore. But if you don't know Leilani Simon, I should tell you guys the background of these. Okay, so Sarah Boone, I should have told you, like, just in case people don't know, I guess the case, but Sarah Boone is accused of somehow getting her boyfriend to get inside of a suitcase, zipping the suitcase up, and then she proceeded to videotape herself looking at the suitcase while he's in there pleading, begging for air to be let out so he could breathe. He can't breathe. She's saying the worst things that you could think of. He's saying, Sarah, that's my name. Horrific things. So she ends up going upstairs, go to bed. She goes to bed, no biggie. Comes back down the next morning, and then she's like, oh, he's in a suitcase, right? So then she unzips the suitcase and gets him out. She calls her ex-husband and has him come over. He says, I didn't even go past the foyer. I was right here. I was only right here. He's trying to distance himself. I would too, Brian. I would too. But Brian told her to call 911 at that time. And then that's when I think she proceeded to give him CPR. I don't even know if she actually really did that. And then the police show up. She gets interrogated. They find the video of her videoing it. Cops arrest her. So she's been in jail since 2020, February of 2020. We have been waiting almost 5 years for her to go on trial. She's been waiting almost 5 years. Can you imagine being I mean, I guess I couldn't because I didn't do this crime, but I couldn't imagine just, like, chilling, you know, in jail for that long. That's so long. Hey, Nash Native. Welcome in, everybody. Canadian Anna, me too. That case, I think it's because it's so close. Like, it's just a state over. I don't and their ages, but something with me was like, "Oh my god, this is a very interesting case." I'm very interested in it as well. I'm gonna pin all these so I have them. Actually, I should, like, bookmark them. Let me do a new one. Okay, that way I can, like, have these, just, ready. Let's see. Okay. So this is Leilani Simon. This is the next person we're gonna talk about. She is charged with malice and felony unaliving of her 20-month-old son. She and also like 14 counts of making false statements and one false report of a crime. She was charged with those because allegedly she put her son, 20-month-old Quentin Simon, into a trash can at a trailer park, and the trash, went to the landfill because I mean it was just a baby in there. They didn't know, and it took officers I think 6 weeks combing through 1.2 million pounds of trash. They found him. They found that he was unalived with a blunt object. So it wasn't murder. It wasn't like it was just SIDS or something like. I mean, there was damage from and they could tell, I guess, if it was from the compactor or whatever. You know what I mean? Like if it was from like an instrument like that, I'd assume the FBI was involved. So she goes on trial. Let's see, October the 9th at 9 a.m. She's been in jail for a while too, and since November of 2022. So she's been in jail for a little while. After she went to jail, it seemed like this case just died. Like nobody talked about it anymore. So her trial is October the 9th at 9 a.m. Now they are doing it they're doing video inside the courtroom by a case on case or, day by day kind of plan. So I don't know if first day is going to even be, I hope it's recorded. I want to see opening statements at least. Like at least give us opening statements and then, we don't have to see some of the experts or something. But I would like to see opening statements. They always kind of tell you what they're going to give you for the trial during that. So, it's like a preview, I feel like. A preview to it. So she is going to let's see up here. What's file info? I thought there was the court date was on here, but maybe not. Is there anything in our file folder? Let's see. Oh, they're signing me in. Please wait while we set up your file. Okay. Oh, wow. This is interesting. I don't know what this is. So like, says defendant. What's this? What? I don't want to do anything. Okay. How do I go back? I didn't want to save that, but. Okay. I guess that's all I had. So, which says judge. I'm trying to see, like, I just told you the date, but I was curious. Okay. So she has, so she's been charged with a lot. I don't see her getting out of jail for the rest of her life, but that's just me. That case happened in Georgia. Sarah's case happened in Florida. Now we're going to head over to Indiana and we're going to look at Richard Allen. Let me get you a picture of him. Okay. We'll just do this one. This is the first one that I saw. I've been to this bridge. It's terrifying. It's terrifyingly high. Those girls were so brave. I mean, I'm telling you guys, it ain't no joke. um, they redid half the bridge. Thank goodness for me, somebody that's terrified of heights, I wouldn't have, even at their ages, 13, 14, I wouldn't have walked across that bridge. They were so brave. And I think it was Abby's first time. So, unfortunately, we know what happened after, but still braver than me. Still braver than me. But Abby and Libby are two beautiful, beautiful girls that were taken way too soon from Delphi, Indiana. The suspect is Richard Allen, pictured here. Was the bridge windy? It wasn't too bad. No, wasn't not real bad. But there was like, the bridge is like, okay, when you go on, I have the videos actually on my channel. It's just like me talking. I'm like doing I voiceover, and I'm walking with my dog. So we took them with us. It's like a 3.5 hour trip from my place to there. But we went, and I thought it was going to be the Brown Bridge, the old bridge. Right before I was getting ready to go, Jan was like, I think that they redid the whole bridge. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Cause then I can walk across it. And like, I won't be as scared, because this had some of the wood was missing, and it was up so high. And we got there, and half of it was the real bridge, or the new bridge. And they had cameras everywhere, and they were like solar powered. And then half of the old bridge. So it must've been where the property line is. It seems like the property line and on was the old bridge. But if you were feeling like agile, like if you could, I could probably do it. But if you could jump a little, like you could jump to the old bridge from the new bridge. I wouldn't recommend it, because if you fall, through the crack, you're done. But I could see someone doing that, just to get over there. But man, you going to bed, Ash? Oh man. Have a good night. And just think, this is just an adventure that you really don't want to go on. But after all of it, you guys are going to be, you're going to be stronger than ever. Stronger than ever. Prayers for you. I've been thinking of y'all today. I've been thinking about all of y'all. I can't stop watching the hurricane stuff. I'm just like, oh my God. I mean, when it's a tragedy like that, like Mother Nature just comes in and swoops people away. That's what scares the crap out of me. These people scare me too. Like, I'm not saying Richard Allen's guilty, but I'm saying criminals scare me, but not like Mother Nature does. I don't know who messed with her, but someone was messing with her, and she was not having it. She was not. I mean, I would have thought in the mountains. Wow. I want to know how this even happened. Like, I need to watch I need to watch more videos. I've been watching so many. I'm like, I can't get it off my mind. It's just so sad. So, I'm going to share this with you guys. We could read over this. This is going to be the courtroom decorum order for Richard Allen. And so Richard Allen is going on trial. I forgot to actually look up him on his record, I think. But he's going on trial October the 14th through the 16th is going to be his jury selection. So he'll start his actual trial on my birthday, October 17th. So I don't think there's cameras, but I could be wrong. I think as of right now, there isn't any cameras. So we are just going to have to depend on journalists that are in there that are able to either, I don't know if they can have computers or anything to write with. Maybe we'll find out in this order, because I haven't had a chance to look at this. I'm going to try to blow it up a little bit. Okay. We'll go to this page, and that way I can blow it up, because I want to know what the court decorum is. Let's see. I mean, I thought that's common sense, court. Don't act like an idiot. Sit there, be quiet, keep your hands to yourself. Wear something nice and appropriate. Don't wear your Budweiser t-shirt cut off. I mean, I don't know. But maybe that's just me. So this is the state of Indiana versus Richard Allen. And it's go time. He's been arrested since October, I believe, of 2022. This is a lot of dates to remember. So he got arrested for allegedly unaliving Abby Williams Liberty German in February of 2017. He went to the Monenheim Bridge to go on a walk, and he said he was there. He said he was there. The girls are walking on the bridge. Libby takes a video because she sees a guy approaching them, and you hear audio, like 3 seconds of audio, and it says, first audio that came out was down the hill, and then they did second audio was guy is down the hill. So that's all that anyone's really had to go on, except for the 2 sketches that they gave us. But the 2 sketches were kind of like they didn't look nothing alike. So then people were really confused. I think the first sketch came out 2017. The second sketch came out 2019. And it was like, what? Who the hell is this person? This is a whole other person. It was like 2 years later too. So it's like, to me, it shocked me. I was like, what's going on? Richard Allen has endured a lot of different things while in prison. I don't know if it's to his own account. That's him. If that's him doing this to himself, the starvation, maybe the not sleeping, the acting like he's crazy, or if he was having a psychotic break. I don't know. But we do know that he looks a lot better now, and he looks like he's eating, and he has been moved from the prison to a jail. So that's good for him because that's where he needed to be. He needed to be in jail, not a prison. So it says this case has generated substantial public interest and media attention. In light of this interest, the court has set forth rules of conduct and guidelines designed to govern the expectations of the people involved in the trial and those observing the trial so that the decorum of an open court will be maintained through the proceedings. The purpose of this order is to secure the defendant's constitutional rights to a fair and impartial jury while permitting the public and the press to exercise their First Amendment rights. Wonder if I could get in there. We were supposed to go, me and Jan. Wonder if I could get in there. If I could get in there, I would go. It's my birthday. I'd be like, I'm going. I can do what I want on my birthday. In addition, the order protects the identity of jurors. Pursuant to the court's inherent authority to assure the proper administration of justice, it is therefore ordered that the following rules are in effect. The court may rescind or modify the order at any time. Any person or organization who violates this order will be subject to the discipline of the court, including contempt and permanent exclusion from the courtroom. Ooh, Judge Goal. She mad. She big mad. The schedules are tentative and can be modified daily. Okay, let me get the next page ready because it'll be easier. The judge invites media representatives to meet with her and counsel of record on October 17th, 2024 at 3 p.m. in the Carroll Circuit Court at the Carroll County Courthouse to discuss this order. That's it. At the conclusion of this meeting, video and or still photographs of the interior of the courtroom may be obtained for media use as B-roll or stock photos. Got you. They can go in, take pictures of the courtroom, use them to do like voiceovers, like if you're watching a video and they're, it's a voiceover. Okay. So let's read more. The jury selection is scheduled to begin October 14th and last through October 16th in Allen Superior Court. The trial is scheduled to begin October 17th and last through November 15th. All sessions are scheduled to begin at 9 a.m. and conclude at approximately 6 p.m. That's a long time to be in the courthouse. There will be a recess for lunch and brief recesses in the morning and afternoon. Yeah, because you got them smokers. You got to make sure them smokers are getting them smoke breaks. I was on the jury once and I was a smoker. And I'm like, you better get my smoke break or I'm not going to make a decision. I'm going to be in here freaking out, so they'll give you like a little break. Tell you to go around the corner or something. Is this the next one? It is. It's just kind of weird looking. Any person requesting a media credential must be prepared to present credentials identifying the person as a member of a recognized media organization. So I can't take, Betty, this right here. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Your press pass is not gonna work. My press pass, on the other hand, it will probably work because I mean, I'm press. And I got my get out jail free card on the back. So you didn't have one of them neither, Betty. See, if you had one of them, you would have got out jail free. That's my media pass. I'm ready to go. Yeah, no, it is a Betty press pass. I made it just for her. And I had the green lanyard, that is for Sebastian because it came in a couple colors. That took me like 5 minutes to make it. It made me so happy. It really did. So, and I actually looked up how to get credentials, and you have to be like shouted out, like in a publication too, like to be like press credentialed. So who was shouting Betty out? Probably somebody being like really rude, like because it's Betty. They're probably like, well, she's done it again. Credentials shall be valid for entry to the courtroom during the trial unless they are rescinded by court order. Media should be prepared to display credentials at any time during the proceedings. Credentials will be assigned to the media organization as opposed to a specific individual in the organization. Credentials may be obtained by October 11th at 2 p.m. from George I. James. The bailiff, it says access to the courtroom. The bailiff will allow entrance to the courtroom beginning at 8:30 a.m. Once a court session begins, distractions will not be allowed. We gotta pee. Specifically, the bailiff will only allow entrance and exits during designated breaks in the trial or when a witness is entering and exiting the witness stand. If a person chooses to leave the courtroom during a court session, he/she shall not be allowed to re-enter the courtroom until the next break in the proceedings. Oh, I'd probably want to go. I'd probably have to be on the end and be like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Can I get a press pass? Can I get a hall pass? I want to bring me out a hall pass too. Am I going? I would like to. It's like 3.5 hours from me. That's like the only thing, it's just so far. But I would like to go at least for opening statements. They're so good. I love the opening statements. It like tells you about the case, I feel like. So all persons must be seated during proceedings. There will be no standing except for court security and bailiff officers. I don't know if I could do that. I mean, like sit for that many hours. No person will be admitted unless there is adequate seating. There will be designated seating areas for counsel, parties, families, and credential media, of course. The defense will be allowed 10 seats. The prosecution will be allowed allocated 10 seats. The families will be allocated 20 seats. The credentialed media will be allocated 12 seats. 8 for television, 2 for radio, 2 for newspaper. And the general public will be allocated the balance of, but how many freaking seats are there? Someone did the math. Oh yeah, that's probably why they were doing that. Because someone was doing like the math on like the seating and stuff in there. Okay, so and the general public will be allocated the balance. Okay, how many seats do they have? I bet you I could find out. Who was that? Was it Sleuthy? I swear it was either near hers or it was hers. Here's this. So, okay. She didn't say. It says, oh, okay. Look, there's a picture. Appears there are 4 rows of 18 seats, 9 on each side of the aisle, 72 total. So let me show you this picture. Look at that. So 20 seats will be to the public. They're getting as much as the family. Look at them seats, though. I'd be bringing in a pillow. Can I bring in my pillow for my bench? I mean, that bench looks hard as hell. I'm one of those people. My doctor actually, he insists that I stand every hour, and I don't do that, but I'm supposed to. Oh, Canadian Nana, you'll see justice for them. You will. Yeah, where are you at in Canada? Cheryl's from Canada. Someone else from Canada here. And I'm like, you're from Canada? Tony. I think it was Tony. I was like, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I love my Canadians. I've been there a couple times to Canada and very welcoming. I mean, people were so welcoming there. Very nice. And I was 19, so we could drink. So it was like, that was the thing to do. Like to go to Canada so you could drink. That's what we did. And we gambled. And then we lost all of our money and we went home. We were sad. No, I haven't. Nash Native. My spine could never do it yet, Faith. Like, I know, I'm looking at it and I'm like wanting to cross my legs and like shift right now in this chair. Like, I would have to be in the back right here and like this one because I would need a bathroom break probably. I could probably wait till break time. You know what I mean? I'm not like a child, but then again, sometimes I am. So they have 20 seats for the public. What was the other ones? Okay, let's go back to the. Okay, this is where we're at. So it said on the last page, 10 seats for prosecution, 10 seats for the defense, 20 seats for the family, 12 seats for the media, and then approximately 20 seats for the public. So, I mean, it's a nice size, I guess, nice size courthouse, you know? No. So here it says, okay, so the public will be allocated the balance of the seats in the courtroom. If seats are in high demand, media may be limited to one representative from each news organization. That makes sense. I would do that anyway. During jury selection, there will be a reduced number of seats available to allow seating for all the prospective jurors. Yeah. The court has previously issued a separate order addressing jury selection in Allen Superior Court. All reserved seats will be available on a first-come, first-served basis. Groups will be directed to their respective seating areas. Unoccupied seats in the courtroom may be given to the general public if the court determines it appropriate in the court's discretion. That means, I guess, if some of the family members don't show up, can we put some more, I guess, more public in here? Any dispute among media, whether one organization / network is taking up too many seats, whether a specific individual constitutes media, whether a member of the press has correctly identified their network affiliation, will be decided by the media organizations collectively. If the dispute cannot be resolved by the media and it results in seating issues, the court may employ a blind draw seating arrangement where all present members of the media place their name in a draw and the court seats press according to the draw names and the number of media seats available. She's like, and don't you guys be fighting? I wonder if people will be fighting. Completed questionnaires will be treated as confidential documents pursuant to provisions of Indiana Jury Rule 10. Personal information relating to a juror or prospective juror and not disclosed in public court will be kept confidential other than for use of parties and counsel. No party counsel or court staff members shall publish or otherwise disclose in any way the name, address, or likeness of any juror. Just like in Alec Murdaugh case, you can't see him, you can't look at him, you can't talk to him, you don't know them. Until we met Egg Lady, Crazy. Is that all of it? Yeah, that was like the last, she didn't do like, it's just pages 1 through 4. I wish we would add more. Now I'm sad. Oh wait, here we go, 5 through 7. I'm like, now I'm sad. I don't want to give you like half of a document there. That would have been good. Okay. So where were we at? It says likeness of any juror or prospective juror in a manner that discloses the identity of that person, except for information which is disclosed in open court. Potential and impaneled jurors will be identified only by their juror number. During the trial, the media is directed that no photograph or record of the jurors is allowed, including the juror entrance exit from the courthouse. If jurors are sequestered, this prohibition shall also include travel, dining, and lodging locations for the jury, as well as parking and transportation vehicles when the jurors are present. Just don't take any pictures of the jurors. Don't go in their area. Don't go near their, just don't do that because you'll get in trouble. The media shall make no attempt to contact or question prospective or impaneled jurors until the court has discharged the jury or the juror. Each excused juror will be provided file stamped dismissed / excused paperwork, clearly indicating he or she is no longer a juror. To ensure prospective and impaneled jurors do not overhear media interviews, press interview locations will be restricted. At the end of the trial, the court will ask jurors if they are interested in speaking with the press. The court will facilitate a location inside the courthouse where press will be permitted to interview jurors, if any, who wish to comment. That's pretty cool to do that. I mean, at the end, like, hey, if you guys want to talk to, the news agencies, you can. That, to me, I love that idea. Because if you let these jurors go, right, and the court's over, and they wally out, right, they leave. These journalists are going to show up to their homes, and you know what I mean, and get them there. So this is more of like, I feel like this would protect them more. They would be at the courthouse. They could answer any questions. Then they can all just, be free to leave. So I think that's a really good idea for courts to do that. I've never heard of a court doing that before. So no still or video photography or audio recordings. No still or video photography or audio recordings shall be permitted in the Carroll Circuit Court or the courthouse. Are they going to give us tea? Are they going to film? Any violation shall result in the item being confiscated and erased, and violators and their affiliated organizations are subject to being excluded from the courtroom for the remainder of the trial. Can you imagine if you got in trouble for doing that? Oh my gosh. Any interception, transmission, reproduction, rebroadcast, or dissemination of the audio signal created by the court's audio system is prohibited pursuant to the rules of the Indiana Supreme Court. Any voice recognition software used to capture and transcribe courtroom procedure is also prohibited. No CC, no closed captioning. Still and video photography and audio recordings are permitted only outside the courthouse. Wait, actually, I want to open this up another. There we go. So we can do this. Media interviews outside the courthouse building generally are not regulated by this order and are instead subject to the administration of the law under the jurisdiction of the sheriff of the Carroll County and the Delphi Police Department. The court must also guard against prospective and impaneled jurors overhearing media broadcast interviews. To limit the potential exposure to jurors, the court will impose some restrictions as authorized by Indiana Code of Judicial Judicial Conduct Canon 3B. No interviews or broadcast activities shall take place in the courtroom or adjacent area. Instead, media must conduct interviews outside the courthouse. All trial counsel are directed to comply and inform their client, staff, and witnesses of the terms of this order regarding interviews. Okay. Electronic devices. Electronic eyewear. I really want one. I really want like one of those like cameras that go in your eyeglasses. I just want to try. But they're going to tell you I can't there. Electronic devices such as laptops, iPads, cell phones, etc. shall not be permitted in the Allen County or Carroll County Courthouse. Members of the press and public shall not use laptop computers, iPads, tablets, Kindles, cellular telephones, pagers, personal digital assistants, cameras, electronic watches, and electronic eyeglasses. No reserved parking spaces are available to members of the public or the media. Street side parking is regulated by the city of Delphi. Media organizations are welcome to make contact. This is the last page. So, I got so many tabs open. Okay. The Indiana State Police Public Information Officer, Chief Nate Lemar of the Delphi Police Department, Major Toby Lazimbi, or Deputy Mitchell Cantron of the Carroll County Sheriff's Department to discuss accommodations for media satellite truck/large press vehicles. Any possible accommodations are subject to any restrictions set by the Indiana State Police, Delphi Police Department, or Carroll County Sheriff's Office. Wow. They're expecting the whole crew, like TMZ bus, to show up or something with all the people hanging out of it. I mean, they're like, if you were to bring your media satellites, like the big, vehicles with the big old satellites on them. Wow. Yeah. I mean, people might. This case is going to be big. It's going to be a big trial. Man, it's going to be a big trial. This feels good. Like that we're going there. We're almost there. I can see it. I can feel it. Don't you ruin it. No one ruin it. Pursuant to the Indiana Code of Judicial Conduct, the judge and other members of the staff of the Allen Superior Court or Carroll County Court are unable to respond to requests for comments or interviews at any time. All concerns and questions from media representatives shall be directed to the court. Okay. And it's dated today. Crazy. Let me exit out of all these. So many. Okay. Don't even know where we're going next. Okay. Now we're going to go. I got somebody. Next person on chopping block. Well, if you go, Canadian Nana, let us know what's going on. Keep us updated. So, next person I want to talk about. I actually want to see if there's anything new. I looked earlier and there wasn't. No, it's still the same, but I don't think we watched it together. Oh, I guess they don't have it, the video. Okay. This is Mamta Kafel Bat and Naresh Bat. These are who we're gonna talk about next. This is a newer case. This is a heartbreaking case. Naresh Bat is accused of unaliving his wife, Mamta here. They have not found her body. They are still looking for it. They are conducting searches like all the time. Going to different spots, searching. They're really looking for her. Ears bothering you? Sorry, my dog's flipping her head. But they've been looking for her. They haven't found her yet. She has friends out there, support, people from her work. Everyone's pulling together. Even like the chief of police, the main guy, like he's coming out and he's talking. And he really, you can tell that he cares. Like he genuinely cares, in my opinion. So they arrested Naresh Bat a little less than, I believe, a month after she went missing. So Mamta went missing from their home and she didn't talk to anybody since July 27th. The police show up at her house August the 2nd for a welfare check because her work had said, hey, she didn't show up. We need a welfare check. They go to the house. They see Naresh, her husband, and he says, oh, no big problem. No problem. She's over in another state visiting family. No problem. She doesn't have family in another state. Like, this is like, what? She has like family in another country, but not another state. What's going on there? Okay. So basically, he's been charged with concealment of a body. He hasn't been charged with her murder yet. His lawyer is doing the smart thing. Like for his client, and he's trying to do a speedy trial. So they had 70 days from the time they indicted him to set a trial date. So he is going on trial December the 9th. Am I right on that? No. Yeah, December the 9th. But he does have a pre-trial motion on the 10th of October. So he'll be back in court for some motions. They're trying to get evidence put in, evidence taken out, things of that nature. What they always do, what they normally do. Now, in the meantime, they have got to find Mamta. She's lost too much. And they know that she was, I don't know how they know, but she was taken apart, you could say, in their bathroom. I don't know if it was because of the amount of, red stuff they were seeing or what, but they knew she's not with us. She has a daughter that just turned 1, like 2 weeks after she went missing. Her daughter turned 1. That mom's not going to miss a birthday, I knew something was bad before then, but I really knew something was bad. Like, so he is being a little, a little smart about it, I guess, because he's trying to, get this trial going. And that's what I would be trying to do too. Just like Madalina Kojikari's mom. She got failure to report, right? Goes to court. I don't need speed. I'm going to do speedy. Does her time and then walks out. Still haven't found her damn daughter. Haven't seen her damn daughter. Where's she at? Where's Madalina? Diana? Grandma Kojikari, how about you? You got a location? Even if she's with you, just take a picture, send it to us. We don't care. At this point, if she's okay, I just want to see that she's okay. It's another case, man. Now, not Madalina, just that case tears me up at night. And then, oh my God, North Carolina just got all that stuff. So this is for Narish Bat. He is charged right here. It says concealment of a body, felony. I don't think, I forget how many years you get for that. Like a couple. Like, it's not a huge charge, which is crazy to me. So he does have they have like all of his dates pretty much out. It looks like on the 10th. Yeah, that's the one. It's a pretrial hearing. Not sure what they're going to talk about. Doesn't really tell us. But he is in the Virginia, or he's in the Manitowoc County Jail. I believe that's what it's called. Is it? No, is that it? No, that's another case. I'm sorry. He's in, I want to know what jail he's in now. Sorry, guys. It's Manassas. But I don't know if it's Manassas. I think it's Manassas Jail. Prince William County Jail. That's what it is. Okay. I was like, wait, hold on. I got to tell you guys now because I don't like to not know stuff. I don't like that. And welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for sticking around. I know that was a lot of reading there for a minute. But I wanted to read that to you guys just so we all know what the courtroom decorum is, you know, in case anybody has a court hearing. That's how you should act. I don't know. Betty. Let's see. So I think that's all I wanted to show you for him. We are, you know, I'm going to keep up with this case. I really hope they find Mamta. This is sad. Her daughter deserves better. Her daughter deserved her mom. Her daughter did not deserve what happened to her. That little girl is going to be forever known as the little girl that was walked out with that yellow blanket. 20 years from now, we'll be seeing that, and we're going to be like, oh my gosh, remember when that happened? Like, I mean, I promise you, it's going to be something like that. The way that officer like carried her out and he had the blanket on her, it's devastating. I don't understand why people do that. Like, I don't get like why somebody would unalive their child and think that they're going to get away with it. Like, I mean, you have to know going in, you're not going to get away with the shit. It's your child. People are going to ask where your child is. That's what people do. You know? Yeah, he won't be in there for a while. Well, he'll be in here for a while, but I mean, let me see. Actually, we'll see how long up there. Let's see. Concealment of a body. I looked it up. I forget how much you got. Right here. Concealed body. George, Virginia. Any person who transports secrets, conceals, or alters a dead body as defined there's a subsection, with malicious intent, and he did, and to prevent detection of unlawful act or to prevent the detection of the death is a class 6 felony. Well, I want to know how much time. Maybe it'll tell us one here.
Now here are 5 major new developments in the search for a missing.
Oh, I like her dress. It's really cute.
Manassas Park mother, the husband of Matma Kafle Bot, is now charged with hiding her body. The charges come more than 3 weeks after she disappeared. Good evening to you. I'm Scott Thuman.
And I'm Megan Clark. 7 News was there as police escorted Naresh Bhatt out of his home in handcuffs this afternoon. And even though he is now charged, police still haven't found Mamta or officially declared her dead. We asked the Commonwealth's attorney about that today.
Do we know where Mamta is?
Walked out of the house.
Do we know where Mamta is?
This is an ongoing investigation.
Is she alive?
Is she alive or dead? We don't know. We don't know.
Well, 7 News' Rebecca Turco is live outside the Manassas Park Police Department right now. Rebecca, you were outside the couple's home all day as investigators were there. What more are you learning about the husband's arrest?
Officials say detectives got additional evidence in order to charge him after they searched that home last night, and that search continued again this morning. And in the meantime, we actually saw the moment this morning when Nitesh Batra was taken into handcuffs after all of that culminated. We want to show you the video too. The moment that police put him into their squad car, taking him into custody. His wife, Mamta Kafle-Bhat, has been missing for 3 weeks now. We also saw their baby being carried out this morning, covered in a blanket. Officials say she's in social services care right now. But an attorney for Mamta's mother now tells me they're actually working to get her mom a visa to come from Nepal to try and get emergency custody of that baby. Detectives searched the home last night for several hours, announcing in a press conference overnight that Nitesh was not being cooperative in the investigation. Now, of course, he's charged with hiding her body, but still questions at this hour. Police are still looking for her, and authorities still haven't clarified to me whether she's presumed dead at this point. Neighbors, in the meantime, simply can't believe it all.
At the beginning, I was surprised that there's anybody missing. But then once I heard she was missing for an extended period of time, I'm not surprised, after that, because a mother doesn't leave her baby.
So we have gotten some answers tonight, but still more questions. Police say they are hoping to locate Mamta. And in the meantime, Nitesh is set to appear in court tomorrow morning. Reporting live from the police department, Rebecca Turco, 7 News.
Okay. So yeah, August 22nd when he was arrested. I thought it was the 21st. I couldn't remember, so I had to look it up. So many different dates. Hey, voices behind the shed. I love your picture. Hey, princess, are you in here too? I didn't see you. There you are, another baby. Oh yeah, no, I did. I saw that. I saw your message. Yeah, exactly. I know. Yeah, it's sad. I mean, and we already went over Leilani. Richard Allen. I mean, those girls were babies, really 13, 14 babies. And we're going to go over some more, but I'm trying to see who we went over so far. Sarah Boone didn't do babies. That's okay. So yeah, 2 out of 3 cases we've talked about have been babies. Except for Narish and, Sarah. But there's a baby involved in Narish's case. And very much involved. Her mom would do like TikToks with her. Like, I hope someone saved those for her, like the grandmother. Her mother did come over from Nepal and got emergency custody of her daughter, and she's with her mom and her aunt. So that's the best outcome as of right now. Like she's safe somewhere with people that love her and want to take care of her. And that's all you can really hope for, I guess, and that she's, she grows up, she's okay. So we have another one on the chopping block that is a complete waste of life right now, in my book. Katrina Barr. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Katrina. That's Elijah Vu's mother. Let me pull up her, because Oh, I forgot to tell you. In Virginia, a sentence for a class 6 felony is a minimum of 1 year and a maximum of 5 years. So, I don't know. It's kind of scary. Let me put her picture up. Oh. I don't remember seeing her last court hearing. Okay, so oh look, there's one with her and Jesse. Perfect. Wait, look, there's one with all 3 of them. Oh, this one's like blurry. Okay. So this is the case we're going to talk about next. Man, we do a lot of cases on this channel, don't we? I mean, I knew we did, but now that we're going through them, I'm like, dang. This is Jesse Vang, Elijah Vu, no relation, and then Katrina Barr. And Katrina is Elijah's mother. Elijah's father is in jail or prison. I believe it's for like rugs or something, maybe weapons. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure. Katrina is accused. I mean, she says she did. She says she did it. Accused of taking Elijah and sending him to Jesse Vang's house for punishment and to learn to become a man and learn how to be responsible and be thankful for whenever you get to go home. Like, because that's that's a present that you get to go home. He would make baby Elijah stand 3 hours at a time, praying, saying, "I'm sorry, mommy," over and over. If he sat down or, didn't want to stand anymore, Jesse would throw him into a cold shower. He wasn't feeding the kid properly. He was giving him like formula. He's 3. What are you doing? He wasn't changing his diaper. He wasn't potty trained, and he wasn't changing his diaper but once a day. Once a day. One time. That's it. Despicable. There's not even like, he's like the bottom of the bottom. And he has a criminal past. We've seen all of his mugshots, like all 10 of them. I wish I could find that picture that had them all listed because his hairstyles are what kills me. They're really funny. But they're going to court. They are charged right now with chronic child abuse. Both have pled not guilty. Both are trying to get out of jail. Judge is like, not going to happen. I love this judge in this case. I mean, he's a good judge. I like him. So this one is, the first one is Katrina's. Yeah. Okay. So this is her docket. Chronic neglect of a child. And then she did get 2 resisting or obstructing an officer. So that's because she lied to the officers. Jesse Vang don't have those 2 charges. She does. Now you'll see on here though, right? You're looking on here and there's no murder charge, right? And they found Elijah Vu, little baby Elijah. They did find him. He's no longer with us. When did they? I want to know when they, like, he was out there forever. Like, it felt like forever. Okay. So we went missing. I want to make sure I got this right. February 20th. And he was found. Well, here's a timeline. Okay. Let's go to the bottom of it. September 13th. But September 7th, the remains were found by a deer hunter. September 7th, and he went missing February 20th. 7 months. He's from Wisconsin. Wisconsin Dells. His mom is from like Two Rivers, I think Twin Rivers. Something like that. But he went missing on February 20th, was found later. They found his baby blanket first. That was like heartbreaking because I was like, why isn't he with his blanket? Like, normally babies, kids, even me, like, shoot, I have things that I have to have on me whenever like I leave, like, they're my security things, just things I have to have. So I can understand it. But Jesse's story is that that Elijah just walked out the front door, deadbolt and all, got out of the deadbolt, got out of the other door, because there's 2 doors to his apartment. There's his door and then the front door to the apartment complex. Like, there's building, his is inside of a building. So it's like, why are you lying? Why are you lying, bro? Just tell us the truth. You told everything anyway. We know about the abuse because of you guys. You told Jesse, you told. You big dummy. You should have kept your mouth shut, probably. You think about it, right? Kid goes missing. The first thing you say is, yeah, I was making him stand 3 hours at a time and making him pray. Who says that? Right? Like, who says that? So they are going to court. Let's see. They went on 9. What was it? 9:10. I thought I had dates. Okay, 10:22. She has a conference, status conference. Let me find out where I found that. This is all the beginning. Okay. All right here. So at 3 p.m., she has a status conference. I need to put 3 p.m. down. I'll forget. Manitowoc County Courthouse. Dwayne Robert, court official. I don't know if that's, I think that's the judge. He's pretty cool. I like the judge. I do. So she'll be in court on October the 22nd. Jesse Vang over here, same court, he's charged with chronic neglect. And I guess it's not child abuse. It's not child neglect. So I'm sorry. I got the charges wrong. I'm sorry about that. Child neglect, chronic child neglect. It's a felony. And he looks like he goes back to court on the 6th of November. Let's see what this is. And this is additional. Yeah, November 6th, 10:30. Oh, wait. I thought it was going to give us like more info. But, oh, yeah, I already read through it anyway. But I wanted to see what it. I want to know why they're not charging them with unaliving Elijah. Now, what I'm thinking is that the medical examiner maybe can't determine, or is still determining. I'm sorry, is still determining cause of death. I know that kind of stuff takes time. I mean, I'm nobody to ask about that. I went to school for criminal justice and applied science, but I did not go for anything like with autopsies. Oh, I forgot I had that on there. We got more than we got our 100 likes. Look at that. I forgot I had that up there. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Do I have a next one? I do have a next case. Man, I got cases everywhere. Cases everywhere. I think this is like the last one though that I'm gonna have for tonight. I think. And then we'll talk about a couple other things. So I found this website actually. I'll show you this. It's for like just their local news, and you can type in like a name and it brings up all the news articles like of that person. So like the last one is like right here. So September 27th, this is the newest one. And just says, what happens next to the last person to see Elijah Vu before he went missing won't be known for at least 2 more months. Lawyers for 39-year-old Jesse Vang. He looks older than that. I don't know. Yeah, he looks older than 39. We're back in court Friday afternoon for a status conference. Okay, November 6th. Jimmy Vu, Elijah's father, was asked if he wanted to say anything while watching over Zoom, but he did not. Wow, he watched it over Zoom. I know he was he was in prison for doing something. That's me. He wasn't hurting his kid. Whatever he did, he wasn't physically hurting, in there for physically hurting his child. That's sad. That's really sad. I want to see why they're not like telling us what call. Maybe that's what they're still doing. So since then, Elijah remains were found off Christy Bob Lane and Manitou Drive earlier this month on a hunter's private property when the hunter was getting ready for the upcoming season. How Elijah died is still being figured out by the Wisconsin State Crime Lab and other law enforcement agencies. Katrina Barr is set back in court later in October. Yes, she is. We'll be there to watch it. I really do like the judge in this case. He's one of those no nonsense. I'm not doing it. Like, she tried to get her bail reduced. He's like, that ain't going to happen. I should increase it. Her mom mailed in a letter to the judge telling him, do not let my daughter out. When she was just in there before they even found Elijah's body. Her mama even said, don't let her out. That's pretty big. It's pretty big when your mama says, you know, that. So I'm just trying to see if I had any questions. Oh, thanks, Scotty. I appreciate that. I do. I was running all over the place today. I was like really hot. I was like, pull the hair up. We're going live. I was just gonna leave my camera off, but then I was like, that's okay. You guys have seen me probably worse than this before. I wanted to touch on this last case that we cover on the channel before we move on. So the last one I wanted to talk about is I'm gonna group them in this group, but they're not really affiliated with it. And I hate to say that, but I don't have a name for this like crime. You know how different cases they have like a name that they'll stick with, and that's like the name. So this case doesn't have a name like that. But it is the case of Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly, the two women that were traveling on a Saturday morning to pick up Veronica's two children from her grandmother, from the children's grandmother on the dad's side, Tiffany Adams. As they're driving there, they're driving in this desolated area. It's called where Four Corners, where all like four of the states meet, intersect, and that's where they were going to meet Tiffany to do the exchange. Before they could reach their destination, they were rerouted off of the road onto a side road. Once they got on that side road, they were, as per court documents, they were unalived, hurt very badly right there, like incapacitated. And then they were taken, put inside a freezer, buried in the ground, like 10 feet, 8 feet in the ground, 10 feet in the ground. They had put concrete on it, hay, dirt, anything they could find. A car. I'm just kidding. It wasn't a car, but like, seriously, they were like putting stuff in there that was just like, what are you doing at this point? Oh, there was new documents on this case. I should have grabbed them. I wonder if I can, because they were testing stuff. I knew there was a reason why I was going to keep that up. Okay. Why'd I go? Oh man, that's when you know. Went to the wrong thing. There it is. I couldn't find it for a minute. I'm not that many groups. Let me see if I can find this document, because it was like they're going to oh darn it, where was it? They're going to test certain parts, like certain things, like the handle to something, that this to that. I'll have to find the where I saw it, because I was really interested. And let's send this article I'm going to read, because I mean it could be. Let's see. So they're calling them the God's Misfits. Now, there is an actual organization. I heard that they do actually good things. So, they're not affiliated with those people. But I'm just going to kind of refer to these people as God's Misfits, because that's what they refer to themselves as, But this is all five of them. We've got Tad Collum, Tiffany Adams, Cole Twombly, Cora Twombly, and Paul Grice. Our dude Paul ratted out. He's a rat. He's a rat. We all know it. We smelled it. He's ratting them out. But this article, I didn't get to read it, but like everybody was commenting on it, and they're like, "This is so interesting. This is so interesting." It was like right before the live, so I was like, "Oh, I don't have time to read it, so I'm gonna read it to you guys, and we'll see what it says kind of together." The latest chapter in the God's Misfit story has been revealed, adding to our knowledge of how two Kansas women were murdered the Saturday before Easter last. They were stabbed to death, but contributing little to our understanding of why. It's an essential question about good and evil that lies at the cold heart of every horrific act of personal violence. It transcends motive, because motive can be understood as a lust for money or revenge or some other kind of gratification. The why that haunts us is about whether evil is the embrace of good, like cold is the absence of heat, or if human beings are tragically predisposed to wickedness. If so, how could a loving God allow such things? With these philosophical questions have been debated since at least the time of Plato, with no definitive answers. In the Oklahoma Panhandle, such matters are sometimes approached by back road evangelists with the tools at hand. As recounted by one newspaper columnist in 2001, one of these rough panhandle preachers told a story about giving a ride to a couple of hitchhikers who were disinterested in hearing the gospel. So he pulled a pistol from beneath his seat and put the barrel to the head of one of the young men. "Where would you go?" the preacher asked, "if I pulled the trigger?" The story says much about the culture of the Panhandle, an area once called no man's land, and so sparsely populated that Royal hardly does it justice. That's the truth. I mean, really, we've seen pictures. It's a region that is equal parts fierce individualism and brimstone. Jay Grilland, who wrote up the story for the Oklahomian, said the pistol-wielding pastor was the first preacher he met in the Panhandle. It's a story that may be familiar to the 5 defendants accused in the murders of the Kansas women. Members of an anti-government Christian prayer group who called themselves God's Misfits were in court September 18th for a hearing on a prosecutor's motion to combine their cases. Each of them faces the same set of charges: 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of kidnapping, and conspiracy to commit M. If convicted, they could all face the death penalty. The defendants are Tiffany Adams, 54, and her boyfriend Tad Collum, 43, both of Keys, Oklahoma. Cora Twombly and her husband, 44 and 50, of Texoma, Oklahoma. And little baby Paul Grice, 32, also of Keys. They are accused of unaliving Veronica Butler, who was in a bitter custody dispute with Adams and Julian Kelly, a court-approved child visitation supervisor. The women were on their way March 30th to a children's birthday party, but they never arrived. Butler was 27 and Kelly, the wife of a local pastor, 39. Both were from Hugoton, Kansas, about 40 miles northeast of where their car was found abandoned near a remote stretch of road just south of the state line in Oklahoma. Much BLOD, I don't know why they really hate when we say that word on here. A broken hammer and Butler's glasses were discovered on the roadway near the car, according to probable cause affidavit. Jillian's purse was found with a pistol magazine inside, but no gun. An extensive search for the women followed, and their bodies were found April 14th in a chest freezer that had been buried in a farm pasture about 8 miles from the abandoned car. 4 of the Misfits were arrested before the discovery of the bodies. In affidavits, authorities alleged Adams, a grandmother of the children in the custody battle, organized the ambush of the women by purchasing stun guns, burner cell phones, and items used in the kidnap and murder plot. Details of the plot emerged when the 16-year-old daughter of Cora Twombly, referred to as CW in court records, told investigators what her parents had described about the killings. Yes, her parents told her and had her clean out the car. The 5th defendant, Grice, was arrested April 24th. He thought he wasn't going to get arrested. Corey, you told your daughter, dummy. I don't know why you would tell your daughter that. Like, why would you do that? That's so stupid. Grice, in part, stabbed an unalived Butler, sliced his hand badly with the knife, and accompanied the bodies of Butler and Kelly to the burial site, a court brief alleges. He threw his clothing, stun gun, and knife used to unalive Butler in the burial site. His clothes found in the burial site contained his and Butler's DNA. The other person to wield a murder weapon, according to the court documents, was Collum. That's the boyfriend of Tiffany. Collum and Park got permission from the landowners to dig the hole for the burial site and dug the hole with his skid steer the day before the murders. He stabbed and killed Kelly and drove the bodies to the burial site. He put his clothing in the burial site and buried Butler and Kelly inside a freezer in the previously dug hole. His clothing found at the burial site contained his and Kelly's DNA. The accessories to the knife found at the burial site were found in his home. Although not specified in the brief, the accessories to the knife might be its sheath, packaging, or other related material. That's what I said. Taken another way, it strikes me the term could be used to describe the Misfits themselves. Adams, the brief stated, had purchased burner phones from Walmart, which were used by the conspirators to communicate. Dumbass. She purchased the stun gun devices at Standard Supply. One of the stun devices was found at the burial site. She purchased the yellow straps that were placed around the freezer containing the bodies of Butler and Kelly at Tractor Supply. She purchased the pants that Colin put in the burial site. Adams hated and despised Butler and wanted her dead. There are few clues in the background of either of the Misfit couples that would help us understand the charges against them. But Grice, the 5th and youngest Misfit, wrote a disturbing political manifesto and filed it in his local district court in July 2023. I wrote about Grice's document and his sovereign citizen beliefs a few months ago. The manifesto seems out of character for somebody who was once recognized as a hardworking and talented young rodeo star. Oh, he's a rodeo star. An October 2009 issue of Western Horseman, Grice was featured in a full-color photo spread called Growing Up Rodeo. The lead photo shows him standing next to his horse, thumbs looped in his pockets of his jeans, his cowboy hat pulled low, staring out of the frame to a presumed horizon. It is a beautiful image, and it is the young Grice stands straight and true as the Marlboro Man, but without the cigarette. The photo is titled The Long Gaze West. At 17, Paul Grice is a veteran working cowboy, having earned pay for day work on horseback since he was 8 years old. Grice used the money from his day work to buy a quarter horse called Bueno, and he hoped to win a youth rodeo buckle. Until his family moved to Roy this year, Grice grew up in Kenton, Oklahoma, a short ride from the Colorado and New Mexico state lines. Paul will continue working cattle on ranches through it, though if he can swing it, he'd like to take out time to attend ranch management school at North Texas College. This is a little thing on him. But just 2 years later, Grice was involved in a shocking animal cruelty case. That ain't shocking. Not shocking to me. All right, I need 2 seconds. Sorry, guys. I'm going to give him 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I had to grab a drink and I didn't have my fridge full. Shame on me. Someone made tacos? Oh. Tomorrow's National Taco Day. Well, I know what I'm having tomorrow. Right, Ladybug. Jillian wasn't supposed to be there. It was supposed to be the other lady that was usually there. Trying to think of her name. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but there was a lady that went normally was there. And she didn't go because Tiffany Adams told her to not come, that she wasn't needed. Her services weren't needed, that I think she told her Veronica wasn't coming to get the kids. And so she just didn't go. So then Veronica got Jillian to go. And in my personal opinion, I think it's because Tiffany had a closer relationship to the other lady. You know, I think she felt some sort of way towards her. She hated Veronica. And I think she just didn't know Jillian to care. I know. And I'm like, who made tacos? Like, I'm going to come over. I would too. I'd be like, I'm going to go on a plane right now. I love tacos. I eat tacos every day. How they find out? Trying to think. They found out because they went and they were looking at the property. They were looking at everyone's property, and he had just buried something. They could see the ground was disturbed. They weren't very smart. So Tad Colum, he asked Beasley, his neighbor, or his the landowner, hey, can I dig a hole? I'm gonna bury some concrete, like a concrete post or something, or a tree stump. And he was like, sure, whatever, you know, go ahead and do that with your skid steer. So he went over and he dug up the hole. And then after Jillian and Veronica were missing, he goes back to the guy and says, yeah, they're probably gonna look at me for these murders. So if they just come in, can you just tell them that I didn't dig that hole? That wasn't me. What? Like, why would you dig the hole on your own property? The only person that had a problem with Veronica Butler was Tiffany Adams. And I'd say probably Wrangler Rickman too. You know, I mean, they probably had their arguments, but he was in rehab and he's out now. the ex, I guess the baby's dad. Let's see where we were at. Grice was among 5 men who in 2011 used a Ford diesel pickup to drive over and kill 4 pronghorn antelope in a what? In a pasture about 15 miles south of Raton, Mexico. I've never even seen an antelope. Why would you? I'm looking up antelopes. Antelope. Okay, I think I spelled it wrong. Oh, they're pretty. Oh, wait, what the hell? I think I have a picture of one of these. I can't remember. I got a picture of like an animal in my bathroom. Vincent picked it. He's like, I want this. I'm like, what the is that? I was like, it's like a picture of one of these. Look at that. Why would you do that? Paul Grice, you're gross. No wonder why you want to life somebody. You were on the you were on the track. That's what they say. I mean, like they say, you know, that sometimes they unalive and they hurt animals before they move on to people. It says a few of the antelope were pregnant. All in addition to being run over, the antelope were shot with rifles and shotguns. The district judge in the case, John Paternoster, called the crimes an act of antelope terrorism. Kind of funny, but not, you know? I mean, that's sad. I mean, really, they were pregnant. Some of the defendants were employees of the Philmont Scout Ranch near New Mexico, but it's unclear whether Grice was employed there as well. Grice initially was charged with 2 counts of unlawful hunting, according to the case file from state court, tampering with evidence, giving alcohol to a minor, and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. In a plea deal, the unlawful hunting and alcohol charges were dropped in exchange for no contest pleas on the felony delinquency and tampering charges. This is what I'd ask Grice if I had an opportunity. What happened in the 2 years between the feature in Western Horseman magazine and the antelope terrorism case? How does a young man who is an explorer of a cowboy culture that prides itself on its work ethic, integrity, and helpfulness to others become, by the age of 31, someone who is charged with one of the most horrific crimes in the Oklahoma Panhandle? I've written Grice in jail to ask just that question. I doubt that I will ever get an answer, considering the gravity of the case and the fact the judge has instituted a gag order. But there may be a clue to the mystery there. That is Grice. And that story recounted by Grinlin, the one in which the panhandle preacher holds a gun to the head of a hitchhiker and asks him where he thinks he'll go if the trigger is pulled. The preacher was Ranch Grice, Paul's father. Wow. So the guy that in the beginning of the story, right, picked up the 2 hitchhikers, and they were not wanting to hear the gospel, the good Lord's gospel. They just wanted to ride. You know what I mean? They're like, we're just trying to get like down the road, you know? So he pulls out his pistol, puts it to their head, and says, where do you think you go if I pulled this? Playing God. You asshole. Yeah, I mean, that's just, who gives you the right? Ranch. What is this name? Ranch? How you say this? I'm gonna make sure I say it wrong. Rance. It's Rance. We're gonna call him Ranch. Ranch Grice. It's not very original. I'll come up with something better. Pastor Grice and his family lived in a log cabin next door to the church, where in the summer they raised the windows for service. Paul, 8 at the time, was born in cowboy boots 2 years before. Paul and his older brothers helped their father track a mountain lion that was killing goats. The cat weighed 107 pounds while Paul weighed just 46. Ranch Grice died in 2015 at age 73. The 4 older Misfits had their cases combined by the judge, at least through a preliminary hearing that has been set for December 17th, according to the court docket. Part of the state's argument in combining the cases is that it would be unduly harsh to force teenage CW to testify 10 times, 5 for the preliminaries and 5 for the trials, when the evidence against the defendants is so similar. Yeah. And they all did the crime together. They should all be sitting in court together. I'm sorry. I showed you my beautiful layout too, of the courtroom. Let me see if I can find that for you. Who's not in Ohio? These guys aren't in Ohio. These guys are in Oklahoma. I'm in Ohio. There it is. There it is. Let's see. Okay. So this is the courtroom. It's my beautiful picture. They've got tables set up here for Tad. So, like, you have the state prosecution, and they have Tiffany Adams at the defense table. Just her, one person. They got Cora, and then they got Paul, and then they have Cole and Tad behind them. They had to set it up this way because they can't be talking to each other during court. That wouldn't be good. It says, but Paul Grice, in a separate hearing after the consolidation motion was granted, waived his right to a speedy trial and preliminary hearing. This means he won't appear with the others in December and might also signal that Grice is seeking to separate his defense from the others or that he's looking for a plea deal. District Judge Clark Jett set Grice's next court date for February 19th, 2025. Man, that feels weird saying that. Whatever evidence may be forthcoming in the prosecution of God's Misfits is unlikely to answer the internal question of evil. That is best left to the philosophers, theologians, and poets. What the rest of us must wrestle with, like Jacob in the desert, and the evidence of what one human being can do to another. We may never answer the question of why. That's true. We might not ever get that answer, but we know why. We know why she did it. She didn't like Veronica. She didn't want Veronica to have her children, and she wanted to take them from her. She didn't care if she had to go to prison for the rest of her damn life. She was 54. She lived half of it. More than half, probably. I mean, she looks pretty rough. So she probably lived more than half. Now, on the other hand, the other ones were young. Even her boyfriend was like 12 years younger than her. I don't understand how Tiffany Adams, I'm going to call her Manson, Charlie Manson there. How did she get those four to go along with her craziness? It had to have been done over time. That's what I'm thinking. Like with those they had these weekly misfit meetings, I think that each week she was feeding a little information. Veronica's beating the kids, or Veronica's doing something to the kids, like making it seem like Veronica's the bad one. Even though Veronica's not doing anything wrong. She's just going to get her kids and taking care of them and taking them home. She was on track to get those babies back. She had her own business. She had her own place. Those were things that she was getting in line so she could get her kids back. So it's very unfortunate. That case is very unfortunate. Now, I may have to do this one tomorrow. I was going to listen to the radio with y'all, but let's see if anyone's listening. Oh, it went down. Oh, I guess 1,500 people are still listening. I was listening to the amateur radio down in North Carolina, and it was just kind of interesting listening to it. But maybe we'll do that tomorrow. And then let me put this in the chat though. I mean, if you guys, it's USA.gov. I don't know how good they are, but it says they have resources for people that need it. For the hurricane. I just was looking up stuff and I saw it. It just, they're just trying to like help you find your loved ones, disaster recovery, financial assistance, safety, health, weather, communications, science, business and consumer information, like all of it. Government agency closures. Well, everything's probably closed. I mean, I don't even know. Whole towns are just gone. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about covering that. I covered it. I think I covered it once, but it was just like the Rodin murders. I think it was just like one time. It was a pre-recorded because I have a file for them. So I'm like, oh, I must have done a video. But I'm really interested in that because I grew up 30 minutes from Pike County, like maybe 40 minutes tops. Almost like the Piketon County. Yeah, it is almost like that. Yeah, where 8 people were unalived by a group of 4 or 5 people. I mean, it's just what? One family after another over kids. I mean, nobody thought it was custody in Ohio. None of us thought of that. None of us. Nobody in Ohio thought custody. We all thought cockfighting was one. Marijuana grower was one because they had some marijuana plants, whatever, drug dealers. I mean, everything. They were being called everything. And they weren't. It was sad. Yeah. You think it's Charles William Watt? I do too. Okay, yeah, I can cover that one. Let me write that down so I don't forget because sometimes I forget, but that's a case I like to talk about. That one was another case, just like Abby and Libby's case, where I was like stopped in my tracks and I was watching the news. Like, what? Like that would what? Um, can you imagine? I can't even imagine. But I've got okay. So I think I told you guys all of it. I was gonna tell you. We'll go over. I'll come on live tomorrow and we'll go over Diddy updates because there's some updates with him. Like there's more updates. He makes third bid for bail. He is. I don't know if he fired his old lawyers. I mean, that one was dumb. The one with the baby oil. Okay. If you're a lawyer, wouldn't you check your sources? Like, I mean, check them well. If you are representing one of the most high profile clients that you'll ever have, right? When asked about the baby oil, he said, "Oh yeah, he just buys it in bulk at Costco." No, you don't. I checked the website and I went to Sam's Club. They don't sell baby oil. And then the article came out the next day. They don't sell baby oil. And I was like, oh, hot damn. So why would his lawyer not check to see if Costco at least sells the baby oil, right? Like, they don't even sell the baby oil, dummy, or lube. You're not going to find that in a big bottle at Sam's Club. You gotta order that stuff from the Lion's Den or something, guys. I forgot how many Diddy songs I liked. I used to be a Diddy fan. I don't know why I liked his music. He wasn't very good. Like kind of raps like me. Just like, I mean, no feeling. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Just like, I don't know. I didn't feel the oomph. He's going to look like a big fool. Oh man. There's just so many. Do I have any? I've got so many tabs open. We went over a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them, I think. 7. I didn't write Sarah down. Yeah, wow. Lots of cases. I was just going through my tabs to see if there was. Oh man, there's so many people going to court. Let's see. So, also, this is kind of funny. Jennifer Hoffenheimer put this for Sarah Boone, but Sarah Boone wants her hair and makeup done. I didn't know that he said makeup also. What? They said that it'll be the first time in history that if they allowed this hair and makeup. What? WTF? No. You're going to court. You can do your own little hair in your gel cell with your little comb. Have someone braid some cornrows in there or something. I don't know. This is sad. All this stuff is really sad. Who is this? I don't know who they're talking about, but oh my gosh, look at that. Chimney Rock. Oh no, look at them getting him. This is the cutest. Look at him wagging his little tail. Oh. He's just like a baby. People had to run. They left their animals. I would be dead. No way. No way in hell. I'm sorry. That's like those are my children. I don't have children. Those are my children. I mean, I would be going down with them. They're not in here anymore because they left me. That's why I keep looking behind me. I'm like, are they back there? But especially my cat. I mean, I would be under the water holding the cat above the water. Like, that puppy is so cute. I wonder where they're going to take him. Look at him. Okay, I don't need another dog. Just keep scrolling. My mom used to tell me I'm not allowed 500 yards in front, like around any humane society. She's like, you're not even allowed near them. Don't even look at them. Because every time I go in, I adopt a dog. I can't help it. He was so happy he was. He was just sitting on that little log. See how dirty that water was? From all the mud and the, like, look at that. That's kind of insane. Like, look at all this openness. And then, like, I mean, just this dog. Like, you would think, someone just put that dog there for like photo op, but look, there's nothing around there. Little buddy, you deserve to live. Little buddy was holding on. I wonder how long he was doing that. Like days? Oh my. I think sometimes Twitter is worse than Facebook. It gets me the heebies. Nerdy Addict has been on it with the video repost. He's been like reposting a lot. What's this? Never mind. This is chilly. Okay, I thought they were showing something else. Okay. He's been doing a lot of videos. But like this is the line outside of Walmart. This looks like COVID. Oh, I said the word. Oh man, they're gonna hate me. YouTube really hates that word. I don't know why, but they do. I mean, I didn't invent it. But that's what this looks like. Look at all those people. It says that. And then these people right here, they were looting and stealing from people's properties that were damaged. I don't care if they're illegal or not. I guess they weren't even here legally. I don't care about that. You're a human being first and foremost, and that is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. I mean, these people lost everything, and you're going to go and just take what do they have left? What could it possibly have been? I wonder what could float in water like that? Just going in homes, I guess, just taking whatever they wanted and just leaving. Can you believe that? Oh, you can't see. I'm sorry. I forgot to share that screen with you guys. Sorry about that. Let me show you these guys. It's insanity. I forgot I switched the tab, but they walk them by here. There was a picture of them too. There's more of them. There's like 6 or 8 of them that were arrested right here. There's the picture. Like, what in the hell? Like, I couldn't, I pray for these people. I pray for everybody right now. I mean, we're falling apart, people. FEMA, overcapacity, and do not have enough food. Yeah, well, I know that FS Investigates is going to be going down there, or he's on his way there. And I believe Stephen Crabtree is as well. They're going to help look for people, I think, and they're going to help like with supplies and stuff, and get like cellular service back up, because that's what Stephen does for a living. Look at this. This is really sad. It says, last image of wife and husband in Asheville, North Carolina, sheltering from the flood on a roof. The roof would soon collapse, causing them and their 6-year-old grandchild to drown. Their daughter and mother of the child took the photograph when the roof collapsed. She got wedged between debris and was able to be rescued an hour later. And things are way worse in Burnsville. These photos need to reach people. I'll retweet it or repost it. But look at this. It's so sad. That's so sad. Look at that tree. Look at that. Oh my God. That's like 100-year-old tree. The tree might have been a better option. I don't know. I don't know what you do in that situation. I don't know. I'm gonna have to email Ashley. She's gonna have to tell me. Because like, do you just float with the water? Like if your water just keeps coming in, that's scary. It was so fast. We saw pictures. Remember, it was just like, whoa, oh my God. I can't stop looking at it, guys. I don't know. I've never been like so in, like, I'm in shock at what happened. I'm terrified of water. So this really terrifies me. What I wanted to do tonight, and if you guys have any, Ashley, if you're listening on a replay, if you have any pictures of anybody that's missing, anybody that's missing in, these areas that are looking for their loved ones, let me know. I'll put their picture up on any of the lives. We could do in the beginning, middle. I don't care. We can always put their picture up, and then that, you never know. Maybe somebody watching will know something. But I was trying to like find a website where there were like pictures collectively, and I couldn't find one. So I'm trying to debate, like I'm trying to see how to make one. Like, but I don't know how to get in contact with people to, get these flyers, unless I just tweet it out and just keep tweeting. Yes. I would be holding, I don't know. I would just have to be swimming with a dog on my back. I've always thought about getting them like harnesses. Like I know they have to make some sort of dog harness that hooks onto you to where like if you were on a second story and you had to climb down with your dog, I know there's something like that. But I need that. Oh, there's a Facebook group for the missing. Thanks, voices. I'll look on there. And then on our next, like, yeah, then we can like go over them. So I was like, I saw a few pictures. I'm like, oh man, I feel bad, like, because I can put them out, That's no problemo. Yeah, I mean that picture is really sad. There are people that are there trying to help, but I don't think that. I think that it's going to be a very, 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 very long road. Look at this. That's so sad. Like, where are all these people? These people can't drive. They have no cars, no homes, no toilet paper, even not even a friggin' toothbrush. Just imagine not even having your own toothbrush. Not even no more. Gone. See ya. I've went through a fire. This way more devastating. Way more. I don't. Way more. This is like. You can't save stuff when it's like this. I mean, I thought that was a cow for some reason. I was going to be like, how'd that cow live? But we did see the bears in the trees, remember? I wonder when all this water recedes, how many people they're going to find. Because they're finding people in cars, guys. Think about it. All of those highways that were crumbled because of that hurricane. All those highways had cars on them. Don't even imagine being on the highway with that happening. That is somebody's like really their worst. But that's my aunt's worst fear. She hates bridges. She lives in Florida. She won't go nowhere in Florida because there's bridges everywhere. That's good, Debbie. Yeah, I wish like I knew that. I like the before and after ones because I mean, there's I don't like them, but I like to see them the way that it looked before. Yeah, I've had a fire, but nothing like this. Maybe it's because I wasn't there during the fire, so like that's a big thing too. But I mean, churches, homes. There was this one, oh, it was so beautiful. I don't know where I saw it. I don't know if I reposted it. Let me check. Where there was a church outside. It was like an outside kind of like pavilion type of church and like an amphitheater kind of deal. Everything was gone but the cross. I don't know. I mean, I'm not the most religious person in the world, but I mean, that's something. That's something there. That's something, And just the cross. And it was a wooden cross. It wasn't like it was just like, it was just a wooden cross. This is for iPhone users to help them. Let me see. I guess I didn't. Oh, you want to see this cute little like feel good? We'll do this. This is a feel good video at the end. So here, we'll do this. This is really cute. So Aiden Hutchinson ran into a young fan wearing his jersey. I think they're in the airport or the mall. This is more people need to be like this guy. I mean, this is really cute. Doesn't even recognize him yet. Oh, see, that is like so sweet. Isn't that sweet? I like looking at these kind of videos. I have to, like he literally just saw this kid wearing his jersey, and instead of being like, "That's cool," like you know what I mean, like he's like, "No, stop that kid. I want to take a picture with him." Like that's really cool to me. So is it under like what is the Facebook group under? And I'll go on there. I know things make you wonder. I know. And then I wonder and I wonder and I wonder. Check with the churches and organizations. Reach out to Red Cross too. I mean, they're probably jam packed with lines, but that's what they're there for. I mean, they're there for an emergency, for a crisis. That's a crisis. That's above and beyond. I don't know why our president hasn't been there yet. I'm not political, but I'm just saying. What? Or why are we not all there? Actually, really, if I could afford to go there, I would. I don't even know how to get there. I wouldn't even know how to get to. All the bridges are gone. But they're like someone was putting it online, like how to like get out of there and stuff. It's crazy. It's craziness. But I think that's all I have for you. We could always listen to the radio, like tomorrow or something, like during the day, if everyone's on and nobody's doing anything. Because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people being found and rescued and all of that. It looks like there's 1,600 people listening to it right now. So must be pretty interesting. I signed up for it too, so we can always listen to it now. The government does need to do something, like more. We need a huge shop vac, guys. We need to get rid of the water. That's the first thing. I don't even know what to do with all that water. Like, does it just seep down eventually? Like, you just got to wait it out. Like, there's so many people that are just. The numbers are going to be astonishing, I think, when we find out how many people are gone. And I really hope that the people that are out finding, they're looking for their family members, they're found. I couldn't imagine the not knowing. And you're seeing that all that horrificness just going on around you, and then you don't know. Hey, Lindsay. So then, you just don't know. But I thought this video was cute. I thought I'd show you guys that. That's a good video to end with. I'll refresh the tab on Diddy. Let's see if anything else popped up in the last 2 minutes, because that's really what happens. 12 minutes ago. Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, this is... So they're saying that there's like a video out there, right? That people are trying to find and shop for it, like buy it. And it supposedly has P. Diddy in it and somebody else that's even higher up than him. Like higher ranking. So if he is like CEO, rap god kind of dude, which I don't think that's who he is at all, what would be bigger than that? Politician? I don't know. Someone that plays sports, like an athlete of some sort? I don't know, but we'll see. We'll find out. Don't you worry. We'll find out. But thank you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate it. I stayed on longer than I thought. 2.5 hours. Look at that. But I'm going to jump off here. And I hope that everybody finds their people. And I think Jay-Z's probably nervous too. I hope he don't go down. I know him and Diddy are like best buds, but man, I really like him. Like his music. I've been wanting to do like a video for one of his songs, like with all my friends in it. And now I'm like on the fence. Been wanting to make this video for like 3 years now. Should have made it. So, but thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's no roads. There's no nothing. I'm gonna keep looking into that too. I mean, and let me put the hurricane relief, like this tip line from USA.gov in here again, just in case anyone needs it. You never know, or just call Red Cross. This is sad. Hopefully people have insurance. Oh man. I mean, Do people take out, like when you get insurance? I'm not that Vincent, 'cause I don't know how much we get. I wonder how much they get. You know what I mean? I wonder because if your house is worth, let's say 200,000, what if you only get like 100,000 in insurance? You know, you don't think your whole house is going to go. You think maybe a room or something might flood, or you know, you have to use a little bit. I would think that a lot of these people are going to be like paying out of pocket. It's good to see you. It's good to see everybody tonight. It was really good to see everybody. New people. I love that. And we do talk true crime here every day. And we talk a little shit too here now, every now and again, I guess you could say that. Because you could say that when I'm on one of my tangents. But we're fun. We're fun here. So if you want to subscribe, we'd love to have you. We would. I'm going to put the channel membership link in the chat. If anyone wants to join our channel membership, we would love to have you over there as well. If you're watching over on Unfiltered, we're over on TitaniumBuilt usually, but we do I'm going to be over on Unfiltered doing unfiltered content over there. So if you want to see me like ranting and raving, we'll move it over to the unfiltered side because that's me, unfiltered. You know, like the Betty stuff, because Betty's been doing some stuff. I was going to shut my mouth about her, but then today I was like, hey, Betty, you're just begging to be talked about. She's begging to be relevant. I don't know. But thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon. I'll be on tomorrow. So I will see you guys all then. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Actually, let me try this. Does this work? It doesn't even work. I don't know how this outro works. Okay. We'll see. If I do an outro twice, that's why. If it's twice as long. Bye, guys.